VCISO.au Cyberwatch, June 23, 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief, powered by VCISO.au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. 1. Ransomware alert. No ANZ victims last 24 hours. 2. FortiGate API exploit tool sold on dark web targeting FortiOS. A threat actor has listed a FortiGate API exploit tool for $12,000 on a dark web forum. The tool targets over 170 vulnerable FortiOS API endpoints to exfiltrate sensitive data. It is bundled with escrow services to ease buyer-seller transactions in the dark market. Evidence of the tool's features emerged via leaked screenshots and underground chatter. The exploit allegedly automates data collection from FortiGate firewalls. Vulnerable FortiOS versions include 7.2 and earlier, plus older 6.x series builds. Such tooling poses a major risk to enterprise networks relying on Fortinet solutions. Defenders must act quickly to assess exposure and block exploit attempts. VCISO.au recommendation: audit FortiOS deployments urgently, disable unused APIs, and apply vendor patches immediately. 3. Critical OpenVPN driver flaw can crash Windows systems. Researchers have identified a severe flaw in OpenVPN's Windows data channel driver. The issue, CVE 2025-554, is a buffer overflow in the OVPN DCO Win component. It allows local attackers to crash Windows systems using crafted control messages. Affected versions include driver 1.3.0 and below, and OpenVPN 2.5.8 and earlier. The vulnerable driver is the default since OpenVPN 2.6 for Windows. Attackers require local access, but privilege escalation paths remain a concern. Admins are urged to patch and restrict driver loading where possible. Vulnerabilities in trusted software layers like VPNs can have deep operational impact. VCISO.au recommendation: patch immediately and monitor for system instability. Disable legacy drivers on sensitive assets. 4. Oxford City Council data breach affects 20 years of records. Oxford City Council has confirmed a data breach exposing historical citizen records. The attackers accessed legacy systems, impacting personal and service data. Services affected include housing, elections, environmental health, and more. 155,000 plus residents may have had information compromised across multiple databases. An ongoing ICT outage is causing operational delays across departments. Oxford's prominence in education and tourism increases reputational risk. Early reports suggest unauthorized access to archival data via unpatched systems. An internal audit and forensics review are currently underway. VCISO.au recommendation: legacy systems must be segmented or decommissioned. Conduct PII exposure assessments now. 5. Russian hackers evade Gmail MFA via app passwords. State-linked Russian hackers bypassed Gmail MFA using app-specific passwords. They impersonated U.S. officials in a detailed phishing campaign targeting experts. The attackers convinced targets to generate and hand over app-specific passwords. These allow third-party tools to access Gmail accounts, even with 2FA enabled. The campaign spanned April to June, targeting anti-Russian academics and critics. Google Tag attributes the operation to UNC 6293, linked to APT29. This highlights risks in legacy authentication paths still allowed in major platforms. Social engineering remains a top tactic, with MFA bypass evolving in sophistication. VCISO.au recommendation: enforce OAuth and disable app passwords where possible. Train staff on MFA bypass tactics. 6. Keelan Ransomware Group offers: call lawyer to pressure victims. Keelan Ransomware Gang now offers legal consultations during ransom talks. This call lawyer service aims to intimidate victims and inflate negotiation pressure. The gang provides affiliates with ransomware tools, spam services, and legal coaching. Keelan's tactics include double extortion, DDoS threats, and network worming. They rose to prominence after targeting a major UK healthcare provider in 2024. Affiliates are instructed not to attack CIS region systems, indicating geopolitical strategy. Recent reports show they're evolving into a full-service cybercrime operation. Legal pressure tactics represent a disturbing new psychological angle in ransomware playbooks. VCISO.au. Recommendation: prepare executive and legal teams for ransomware scenarios. Avoid negotiation alone. Engage incident response experts. 7. Scattered spider behind 592 Honor cyber attack on MNS. Co-op Scattered Spider, UNC 3944, has been linked to major UK retailer breaches. Both M&S and Co-op were hit with social engineering attacks via IT help desks. The UK Cyber Monitoring Centre categorized it as a Category 2 systemic event. Estimated financial damages range from 270 Mausers to 440 metero, 592 matters AUD. Tactics included impersonating support staff and harvesting credentials. This campaign has not yet been linked to the concurrent Harrods breach. The attackers, fluent in English, exploit trust and internal communication channels. Retailers and public institutions are now re-evaluating support desk security protocols. VCISO.au recommendation: reinforce internal verification at help desks. Simulate social engineering attacks on Tier 1 support teams. 8. Ransomware exposure list. Last 24 hours, United States. Fisher 59, not found. Oval strapping, manufacturing. Dairy Farmers of America, agriculture and food production. Telcom Insurance Group, financial services. Wisconsin Judicare, public sector. Oak Park and River Forest High School, education. Dorado Software, technology. Israel. Ben Horan and Alexandrovitz Liti, not found, PsyOps Consulting. Zachariah Levi Liti, not found, construction, France. Disneyland Paris, hospitality and tourism. Italy. Civim IT, technology. Final note from VCSO.au. Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yelamati.